New York public schools are refusing to comply with the White House order to do away with DEI in the classroom, putting their federal funding in jeopardy. In a letter to the Education Department, an attorney for the New York Department of Education writes, "We understand that the current administration seeks to censor anything it deems diversity, equity, and inclusion, but there are no federal or state laws prohibiting the principles of DEI." Nicole Neily is the founder of Parents Defending Education, and she joins me now. So, Nikki, if I'm getting this right, the state of New York doesn't think an executive order is something that they have to follow. Seems like a pretty risky strategy with billions of federal dollars at stake.
Absolutely. I mean, this is not surprising, of course. We're seeing yet another blue district try and resist President Trump's orders. But remember, from day one, we have seen professional associations across the country urge their members, be they universities, be they school districts, to oppose and disobey the administration's guidance. And so it's no surprise that these progressive districts are trying to pretend that they're martyrs and also pretend that they are champions of democracy while sending a clear message to students that you just don't have to follow laws that you don't like.
In the end, isn't it the kids that always lose out in these battles?
Absolutely. I mean, let's think of New York State, where there have been girls, obviously, that have lost their locker rooms, that have been losing medals and losing their place in the podium. So parents are angry because these administrators are sacrificing girls' privacy and safety on this altar of political ideology. Executive orders are a roadmap, and this is the president's agenda. And I think what's very clear is that the Department of Justice and the Department of Education have prioritized enforcement of these things. And I mean, between you and me, Attorney General Bondi and Secretary McMahon are not two women that I would want to mess with. But sure, if that is what New York State thinks it has to do, I mean, I wish them good luck.
Finally, as a Dartmouth guy, I love this story because we get to thumb our nose at Harvard, which we rarely get to do, but here we do. Harvard has become the first Ivy League university to teach freshmen a full year of remedial math. I said that accurately. Remedial math at Harvard. An op-ed slamming the class, writing, "Administrators brought this mess on themselves by scrapping standardized testing requirements during the pandemic, all in the name of equity." Nikki, if I'm putting together a case against equity as a lawyer, this Harvard story is literally Exhibit 1A.
Yes. I mean, we were told by people like Ibram Kendi that standardized testing was racist. Funny enough, a study by Harvard economists actually showed that standardized testing was a great way for students from underprivileged districts to actually show that they were worthy of entrance. But let's run the numbers. Tuition and fees alone at Harvard are $54,000 a year. This is a full year course, and so this is a quarter of a student's course load for their freshman year. That breaks down to being about $13,000 just in tuition alone for something that students should have learned in high school. As a parent, if I had to pay for my kid to do that, I would be livid.
My classes in math were so tough that I decided I could not do math at the Ivy League level, so that's why I'm here with you this morning. And I think it's important that you have that weeding out process, because the people that do math at these schools oftentimes go on to become your doctors, your accountants. Make sure that they can do math. I think that's important for those future professions. Nicole Neily, thank you for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.